John, I'm going to take you through all the accessories that I've put on the Royal Enfield Himalayan. So first of all, we've got the ram mount quick grip on a ball joint, a ram mount ball joint onto an accessory bar, and I'll talk about the accessory bar in a minute. I got rid of the X grip. The X grip actually failed and lost a £2,000 phone. Luckily it was under the Apple warranty and they did actually replace the whole phone, but that X grip would have cost me £2,000. This one is much more solid, there's no doubt about it. The phone just goes in, snaps under there, and it's held in all dimensions. It just cannot come out. Even on tracks I've tried it. That's the new Zumo XT mount. That's for the Garmin Zumo XT GPS, and again that's on a ram mount ball mount. Then I've got two, you can't see the one, I'll try and zoom in, but we've got two Oxford, there we go, two Oxford USB points. This one is actually going to be taken off. This has got quite a bright LED background. You can probably just see it there glowing sort of purpley blue colour. I think that, like the GSA, that actually drained the battery. So I think that was, if you leave the bike standing, it also glows at night, so it's obvious there's something here rather than being in pitch black, if you see what I mean. There is another one. I don't know if I can somehow zoom up on this device. You can just see it there actually. If I go up and there somewhere, and it's just there. If I got to try and get the lid off it to show you. This is another Oxford one. This is actually a cigar lighter. Just in case you need a full-on cigar lighter, you can obviously put a USB cigar lighter socket in there as well. Anyway, so I've got two, like I said, but that will stay. I've just ordered off Amazon a different one to this. It's got a switch on it, and I'll do a review of that another day. Got a standard shorty ram mount grip with the 1/4 inch mount for the GoPro Hero 7 and use on that one. Obviously anything you can use on there, but I put the GoPro Hero 7 on that. Then I got a double tape mirrors, mirror mounts that came with the bike. You just have to put this little extension thing which comes with them anyway, and then obviously put the ball mount as a ball there, and then you've got a ram mount style grip, and this is sufficient. It will actually just fold away if it catches anything. Okay, channel, so here we go. So these are the bark busters, bought supposedly specifically for the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Okay, so we've got the bar and the bark buster. There's the left one as we ride, here's the right one as we ride. Okay, I did have quite a lot of issues fitting these, in terms of, as you can see there, okay, that is the bracket that goes on the bar. This is also the bar that comes from the metal bar that runs around the bark buster. Then you've got this kind of dog leg affair. Now the only way I could get it to combine was this way here. I did try, it's a bit like a Chinese puzzle actually, was to do this here. I am worried though, if I come off in an accident, that this is going to take out the brake assembly. Now I couldn't flip it, I couldn't bring the bracket up and over. Okay, it wasn't long enough, so I might have to get a custom bracket made for this at some point. The other side went not too bad actually, as you can see here. The other one just came off. It's just going around the clutch cable, and there's no issue there of movement or anything, so that went on quite nicely. It's just the other side with the brake reservoir, as you can see through there again. If I try and get it to focus up in that top left corner. Okay, up there. So there we go. So you can see a different angle there of where the brake cylinder is, and the cylinder for the master cylinder for the reservoir for the rephrase that, sorry folks, the reservoir for the front brake and the bar buster bracket you can clearly see there. Okay, the next thing is the tall screen. So I think this came from SRC Auto. As you can see, I'm probably going to lose this one day. The wind buffeting is actually fracturing the perspex, and I've put an additional piece of rubber behind this. So this is not built up to spec. In fact, I might, when I've got some time, give them a call and ask them what I should do. Okay, so again, I put the extra rubber in here behind it, which didn't come with it, to give it a bit of vibration resistance. Okay, it's pretty close to the headlight cover as well. Headlight cover came from Hitchcock's in the UK. Does its job. The only issue, as you can see, is I can't clean behind it. Okay, I have to swat anymore on that one. I don't know, it's a design fault, isn't it? The BMW one had a piece of perspex on a bracket that you could get your hand down behind, but the Hitchcock's one is a direct fit-in, there's no room. Next thing is the front guard riser. Okay, again from Hitchcock's. Easy, I think 10 to 20 quid, I don't know how much that is in Australian dollars, but easy, cheap fix for that. Next one is in the back there, you can see the oil cooler guard. It's okay, it doesn't go, it goes at the top full length, but it doesn't cover the thing, but it does cover the fins. Okay, it is a lot sturdier, obviously. If you push the Himalayan one in, it tends just to flex right in, so it has given it a bit more robustness. Krieger, I think these are 12 litre bags. Okay, at the front there, so zoom out on that. Krieger 12 litre bags. Again, they're fixed straight onto the Himalayan front bars. There's a little one at the top there to give access, and then there's a couple of straps in here. I don't know if you can see that, it's difficult with sunlight, and down here a couple of straps there. Both sides again identical, no issue, literally took seconds to install. Okay, what else we got on her? We've got the, let me zoom down here. We've got the, pull it down, so I was pulling this down. DJ Osmo is a bit slower than normal, but it makes it a bit more steady. The givi three-way engine bar, so they've got 3 mounting points. 1, 2, 3. I think I need to move that up onto here somehow. I don't know if there's room there, or maybe even there. It's relevant anyway, because these bags will stop it if it does go over. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, they're really tough. Really tough going on those. They were really solid to install. The issue I had though was the rear brake reservoir. Okay, you have to move that to get this mounting point on. There's a bar that goes through here, and this pushes, this bracket would have pushed up onto the original reservoir. The reservoir wasn't long enough for me to actually fit it. I had to get a different length of tube and reconnect it back on down here. Obviously can't see it, but on here, down here, it just goes into the cylinder. Okay, so I'll just put that down there so you can see it. Which brings on to the next thing then, which is the cylinder protector where your heel is. Definite, as you can see, there's marks where my boots have been all over the bike. So, all good. Took the pillion footrest off, no longer required. Another stock thing I did was to take off the rubbers from the stock pegs. Now I probably will upgrade these before I go on a longer trip around the world. But these pegs, they're okay. I do find your boots tend to push right onto the outer end of them. Okay, you'd have to have a really odd shaped leg to actually use the full length, full footrest area. So those you definitely need to get slightly longer ones, and ones with certainly a bit more grip on than those. Put a temporary cover on the exhaust, because I've got the giant loop panniers now. These panniers, actually, I had them on the BMW, so they've been used quite a bit on the BMW. They're pretty good, actually, the giant loop round the world panniers. Probably the most expensive accessory I put on the bike. Big investment there. I've left them locked on permanently. You can take them off, but I just lock them on. I don't know if you can see down here, if I can move the camera to the right position. Okay, move all the stuff out of the way. There was a little shiny silver, it's very difficult to get in actually. A little silver lock down there. They're obviously attached to the stock roll and pannier rack. Okay, now that was a bugger to fit, I must admit. Out of all the things I fitted, that was the hardest. And in fact, it was this plastic piece that goes back underneath your rim. Oh God, that was the issue. Those were the last bolts to be put back in, and no matter how much I slackened everything off on the whole rack, I couldn't get those bolts to line. I did have a real issue at one point with them. With the new one, not on other videos you've seen on the internet, but with the new one that comes from Himalayan Royal Enfield, you have to move the rear light out, and again the cable for the rear light is not long enough for how they want you to route it in the on the clip. You can't see the clip, it's right in the back there, you can't get the video in there. So I had to go an alternative way, which is not ideal. So a couple of issues with that, like I say, it's a handmade bike, it's not a precision German bike. So trying to get everything lined up on a big fit like that is quite a big thing to do. The rack, so place for rear rack is from Hitchcock's in the UK, Hitchcock's Accessories. On top of that, I've got the givi monokey plate, which has got extra bolts in. I managed to get put some extra bolts in to attach it, and then I've got the givi 46B, I think it is, top case, and that works really well. I don't overload it with weight, but it works really well for all the gear you don't want to get wet. Okay, so I think that is just about it. The tank bag, it's a giant loop. Again, the mounting is via these straps, which I've never had before. You're probably better with a magnetic one or something like that. These straps, I couldn't get them onto the frame, even taking off the seat and fishing about. There's just no mounting point here anywhere. Okay, so I've ended up dropping them down onto the engine bars. As you can see, it's not ideal, but it does seem to work okay. Seat covers. We've got the cool covers, the cool cover seat covers on both the rider and pillion seats. They just came directly from the manufacturer, cool covers. They're actually quite good, and you can't really see, but it's like a 3D mesh. I don't know if I can zoom in there. You can't really see it, but it's like a 3D mesh. So the water actually just goes right through to the seat, stock seat underneath, and then just runs out. In summer, it does keep your bum cooler, apparently. I've only experienced it in the rain, so I can only say it definitely takes the water away. Can definitely validate that. What else we got on here? I'm trying to think. Oh, the accessory bar. That came from SRC Auto. So here we go. Got the SRC logo on there. I think it's like brushed aluminium or stainless or something like that. No, it's not bad. Does what it says. Again, dead easy to install that. No issue at all. What else have we got on it? Gosh, I think that's it. I think that is the bulk of it. Now the big issues I've got, I've got to get a bracket for that bark buster. So that's issue one. Don't buy the Oxford USB sockets. They're a waste of time, absolute waste of time. They're really chunky. They don't have an off switch. They're not proper weather sealed. As you can see, I've actually put some clear sort of mastic on behind it. The big issue is been getting the rear rack fitted and having that bolt strip out. Okay, so the big issue for me, out of all the things I've done, they've all, you know, customised it in the main. I can't say I've corrected anything, you know, major for manufacturing that's been an issue. You know, I mean, I've customised it like I would any bike, basically. The issue I've got here is the biggest problem I've got ongoing is that side stand you're looking at there. The side stand is too long. It basically puts the bike in a vertical, upright position, and if you're on any land that slopes upwards in this direction, excuse me, if you're on any land that slopes upwards in this direction, the bike will topple over. I had issues at a petrol station just now. It was so minor. The actual slope of the concrete, but it couldn't get the bike to stand up on it, which gives you a real issue when you pull up somewhere. So Hitchcocks have an adjustable one, apparently. They're currently sold out, so I can't get one. So you have to be really careful how you park the bike, and I think I've heard this on the internet from other riders. I've had real good fun today. So it's been bopping around, so I look a mess. Can't get my hair cut, we're in lockdown. Yeah, we're in lockdown, so can't get a haircut there. But yeah, I mean, really impressed by the bike. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. You know, it's been really good. Just today, just punching around all these little lanes you can see behind them, just down a back lane. Somewhere up from Somerset, between Somerset and Wivenhoe. Yeah, you just sit on it. He does what it says, you know. It just goes on all roads. Anyway, so I'll leave that little video for today. I'll edit together, get this one up pretty quickly. I've got a backlog. I've been pretty busy at work, so I've got a backlog. But anyway, please give me a big thumbs up. Hope you appreciate that quick tour of all the mods I've put on the Himalayan. If you've got any questions, just stick them down in the comments. But there we go. Enjoy. Thank you. Cheers, mates.